More than 20 women have contacted the Metropolitan Police to say they were victims of serial rapist Zhenhao Zou. The 28-year-old, who was a PhD student living in London, was convicted last month of drugging and raping 10 women. He's due to be sentenced in June. Charlie Frost is at New Scotland Yard for us this lunchtime. Charlie, these women have come forward following a police appeal.
Well, yes, extraordinarily. Less than a month since police asked for women from all over the world, but especially focusing on London and China, to come forward if they'd had any contact with Zhenhao Zou. 23 women have now contacted police. All of them are of Chinese heritage that were part of student communities in London or China where Zou was living. And it looks as if one of these 23 could be one of the women that were involved in his trial. Remember, Zou was convicted of 11 rapes against 10 women, but officers weren't able to figure out who many of these women were. Police using footage he'd secretly recorded during the assaults as evidence to arrest and prosecute him. And in addition to these 11 rapes, police also found 50 more videos on the 28-year-old's devices that they believed showed further sexual assaults. Now, there are women in these 23 that are not in those 50 videos, so the number of Zou's potential victims has now got even bigger.
Because we know the deceitful and insidious manner in which he's committed his offending, there's the very, very grave and entirely real risk that there's far more victims out there who may not even know they have been victims. Hence why we're having to revisit this appeal on more than one occasion, in the hope that people will see what has happened, see his image, and perhaps it might even come back to them that they may have been a victim of his crimes.
Charlie, does this mean there'll be a second trial?
Yes, well, sorry, Lucrezia. Zou hasn't been sentenced yet for the rapes he was found guilty of last month. That's due to happen in June, but it does seem inevitable, with police once again appealing for women to come forward. They're working with authorities in China and Northern Ireland, where Zou also studied. They clearly believe there's more victims out there, and they'll want to take any new evidence to the Crown Prosecution Service and have a very serious conversation with them about whether there should be another trial.